Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW 330i. This model is finished off in Vegas Red Metallic. MSRP is just over $54,000. We have the M Sport package, premium package. There's also an additional M Sport Pro package, and then the Shadowline package as well. So let's start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, this is the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's also paired to a mild hybrid motor, along with the 8-speed automatic. This pumps out 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent to the rear wheels, propelling this 3,600-pound sedan from 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. It also has a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at the exterior styling, you'll notice the kidney grille's finished off in gloss black. There's also active grille shutters behind that. And then that leads on to the LEDs with the dark housing up front. Has a really nice integration with how thin those are. There's also parking sensors up front, a lot more gloss black and inlets to provide additional cooling and very nice angles running throughout that lower section. And then 2 distinctive lines that come down the hood. Now, as we work our way to the side, take a look at the two-tone design for these wheels. Really nice intricate pattern where there's also the blue M Sport brakes. There's also gloss black for the power folding side mirrors, which have a turn signal on them. There's a sunroof up top, and then all the window trim is finished off in gloss black. You'll notice too the M Performance badge down on the lower side of the door with more gloss black in that lower side skirt, just to give it a great look. And then very nice lines that run down the side as well. That leads us to the back, where there's the gloss black trunk mounted spoiler. There's a backup camera, LED taillights. There's more gloss black and parking sensors down in the lower section of the bumper there. This also has remote start, so you can use the key fob if you would like to. You can also use the button on the key fob or the one up underneath to activate the powered trunk. Now, there's a good bit of space in the back. You get these storage bins on both sides. No storage underneath the floor, however, but you do have the ability to fold down the back seats. So that can give you a lot more interior space, just depending on what you need for the day. So it's a very practical, smaller size sedan. Now, if you lock the vehicle for whatever reason, there's the proximity door handle, so you can access it from the back. Now, inside, there's brushed aluminum with the interior lighting, as well as on the release handle. You have a little bit of storage in the lower section there. And then as we fold down these seats here, you can just get a look from this angle how open that divider is in the middle. And then at 5'10", it's pretty easy to hop into the back. You don't have any storage pockets behind the seats, which is interesting, but you have your vents in the middle with temperature adjustments, USB-Cs. I do have about a ½ inch or so of headroom, so it's not all that bad. You have the armrest with 2 cup holders, and then you can even fold down this middle seat if you need a little bit more space. And so as we work our way to the front seats now, the door panel has a really nice design. You have the memory seating adjustments, more lighting, window control, side mirror adjustments, lock and unlock, and your trunk release. And then here's the automatic front seats. You do have one manual control for the leg support, but everything else you can use the adjustments on the side. And then as we take a look at the steering wheel now, it has a flat bottom design to it. Really nice spokes on both sides too. And as we start this up, we do have the paddle shifters for this model. Cruise control settings on the left. Right side, you get volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice controls or voice commands there. And then you also have quite a lot that you can go through with the digital gauge cluster. So you have all this content that you can scroll through, just depending on what you'd like to see. You can also change the layout. So again, just depending on how you want to view this information, you have those settings. And then there's also the head-up display, which you can further adjust. Now on this left side, there's all the headlight adjustments. You have one air vent. And then as we work our way to the infotainment system, you have quite a lot to go through. You have all of these apps where you can get into Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, your interior lighting, exterior lighting. You have quite a lot that you can set up. Under your home screen, you can also view info on the right side and then scroll through everything on this left side. You have your climate adjustments along with your navigation and music. And then you can also get into your heated seats, heated steering wheel, and the temperature adjustments for driver and passenger. Now there's a really cool trim accent underneath that, along with more interior lighting. You have volume tuning, some defrosters there. There's also wireless charging. You have auxiliaries and cup holders that are nicely hidden away. You also have all these shortcuts for that screen. So you don't have to use it as a touchscreen system if you don't want to. Now, as we put this into reverse, you have the backup camera along with the sensors, and then you have drive and sport mode, and then park. On this left side, there's traction control, parking sensors, engine start stop, and then you have 3 different driving modes to put this into. So you have sport, comfort, and then eco. There's also auto hold with the e-brake. You get storage with auxiliaries, more storage in the glove box, and then there's garage door buttons up top, and then the adjustments for the sunshade and sunroof, as those are both automatic. And then here's a look at visibility over both shoulders. It's pretty easy to see. You have very thin pillars in the back there. And while we're in sport mode, second gear, here we go. Just a mild acceleration, and I would say this has an adequate amount of power. This is not a vehicle that you're doing, 0 to 60 or more performance style driving, but it definitely has a good bit of power to get up and move, and I don't think it's underpowered for the smaller engine that this has. So I think it's adequate. If this is all you're looking for, you mainly just want that luxury style in your sedan, it's gonna give you a good bit of power. Paddles are pretty responsive too. So at least you can have some fun, sporty driving with this if it's something that you're maybe occasionally doing, or even if you're not, you have the paddles if you would like to use them. Well, this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the 2025 330i. We even have the power readouts there that you can get into under My BMW. So you can look at your PSI, engine temperature, horsepower, and torque for those live readouts too. But it's a nice vehicle to be behind the wheel. If you're looking for a luxury focused sedan, it's really not all that expensive in today's market, where there's other brands and other non-luxury brand companies that have models that are creeping up to the $50,000 mark. So if you want a little bit more luxury focused in your sedan, this is a great option to go with all the tech features that you get, all of the lighting, things like that, and of course the other options that you can go with. It's going to give you a well-refined driving vehicle that's not all that expensive, relatively speaking, compared to some of the other competitors. So it's a great place to be. And as far as the turning radius goes, you can also get the 330 with all-wheel drive. So just depending on where you live, turning radius is pretty tight, so it's going to be easy in parking lots and some slower speeds like that. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW 330i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this sedan for me today. Take a look at their website, as well as giving this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.